joining us today. As above, so below. This is Mercurial Energy. To each and every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the Apostle and Pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRS. Those are the African traditional sciences which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for the love and support, for how you guys have been thumbs up and the Cash App. To each and every one of you guys are being notified that I'm live. Thank you so much for continuously checking for Apostle Samuel the Jr. And also to each and every one of you guys, my church members, my family, also to each and every one of you guys on social media platforms all around this globe. I am excited to be here with you because this is an opportunity on our Bible study night to actually teach things so to make real magic make sense, real spirituality makes sense. And to each and every one of you guys that tune in, you will realize that whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Mystic, or Ajay, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you are proficient in magic, or whether you're just observing magical practices, this is very essential when it comes down to real healing. I do realize, and I say this oftentimes because of the fact that I know that a lot of people are looking for quick fixes and they're really not trying to learn, and so therefore they're easily to blame magic when it's really a lack of understanding. What's up, my Storm, my Sagittarius from Detroit? What's up there, Demetrius in the house? Thank you so much. Welcome to the tribe. To each and every one you got, Mama Susan. How you doing, sweetheart? Gemini in the house. To each and every one of you guys, as we are talking about this, I want to say first of all, salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters all around this globe that practices the ATRs and magical sciences. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my testimonials with you. Those that was on earlier with us, thank you so much to my social media tribe for the love and support. I was able to get out there and get some things that I needed to take better care of myself. So thank you for the Cash App, thank you for the Zales, thank you for the love, the sharing. All of this stuff matters when it comes down to real magic, real spirituality. Now, I'm going to be talking about something today. I am scratched and Paulo over almost 2 years. I think over about 2 years. I've been doing magic all my life, and this is gonna hit home. And this is, like I said, this is geared for melanated people. This is also geared for people that practice the ATRs in the church, and also the people that have left the church that still practice the ATR but got church influence. And I say this to many of you guys. There are people that have not been to church in years and still influenced by the ideas and the ideology of church. So just because you don't go to church or you don't participate in church activity doesn't mean you're still not influenced mentally and emotionally by church doctrine and church beliefs. Because a lot of that was indoctrinated in your families, and whether they continue to go to church, they still would judge you. Even though they ain't been to church in almost 40 years, they would judge you based off of what they believe the Bible say about whatever you're doing, okay? So I am a divine healer. I'm somebody that believes in Mother Earth. Thank you, Stormy. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm rocking my Fedi from Oya, my head Orisha. I'm very thankful for the Eguns. I'm thankful for the Orishas, the Loas, the Impungos, the spirits that work with me to keep me intact and keep me going. Mother Susan was kind of explaining more in depth because she's gone through. This is my first time. I'm 51 years old. I've never had a urinary infection. So this is my first experience. And so at 51, and she's but women go through this more so than men. But this has been an experience. Like she was telling me, she's like, Apostle, I was out for 2 weeks. She said the mere fact that you up and about and doing stuff, she's like, that ain't nobody but God. She said, because I understand how this particular infection works and the level of pain and the discomfort that this particular process you go through, and especially me being a man. And so one of the things I want to thank God for, first of all, I want to thank God for my Eguns, my mother, my mother, grandmother, and people that taught me cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Demetrius said, my Fedi Fun, Oya Yanza. Yes, mother. In honor of my other head, Orisha, my Fedi Fun, Babalua Ye, and to all of the Eguns, because I know that they're watching, I know they're taking care of me. I think, not only that, y'all are taking care of me. I'm going to discuss something tonight. This is going to hit home. And this is going to make so much sense when I explain it. you're going to say why you didn't know this earlier. Why didn't you say this earlier? Why didn't you even think like this? Okay? So I always try to make magic as logical and as simplistic as possible, because a lot of times I'm ministering to so many different people at different time zones, and so therefore I want you to have clear understanding where I'm coming from and why we do what we do. So my subject tonight, because this is Bible study night, first of all, let's say this. Hello to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Scorpio, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you. Now, my subject tonight on Bible study night, as above so low, we're talking about mercurial energy. And Mercury is also the medicine. Not only just the messenger, but also the medicine man. And so we know that even in Osine or Zaka, different spirits, different Loas, Ochosi, Ogun, different ones that are in the, what I want to say, like when it comes down to the wood and nature, vegetation and forests and all this, why that energy is so important to melanated people. And I want us to understand the rainforest and how a lot of us overlook the fact that they are destroying the rainforest and parts of that rainforest, and how that has a lot to do with us as melanated people and how we thrive. You know, the cat's claw actually is a vine that claws its way up trees, and there's so many nutrients, and it's actually gotten out of the rainforest. Like when you understand true herbalism and you understand the sources and where these things come from, now you understand the magical or energetic properties that they carry and how you can utilize them naturally and spiritually if you have that level of skill set. But my message on tonight is I want to teach about hospital magic and pharmaceutical conjure and the ATRS. So let Apostle Eli explain this. Now, every space has an energy, and those that, if you've gotten scratched in Palo, if you have been presented to the point, one of the places they're going to take you is the hospital. So let me break down the energy of the hospital, and this is what people don't understand. The hospital, that energy is just like any other place. It represents a frequency and a vibration. And two energies that exist at the very same time at a hospital is life and death. There are people being born in a hospital, and there are people dying in a hospital. Now, those that do spells or work with in tranquil spirits, a lot of those spirits come out of the hospital. A lot of people, when they go to the hospital, in Minister Mario, son of Matosi's case, and I told the girl, I said, every time he goes to the hospital, he gets worse. He don't get better. I don't know what y'all doing in there, but he walked in there one way and he came out in a wheelchair. He walked in there clean, no infection, and came out there with infection. And one of the things that I'm going to say this, and I don't want nobody to get upset with me, I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising sign Pisces. Now, the reason I said I don't want you to get upset with it, because the truth is the truth. There are people, the same way I feel about people in Conjure. What's up there, my baby Scorpio? The same way I feel about people in Conjure, I feel like the people in the medical field. There are certain people in the medical field should not be in the medical field. One of the things that I have educational wise know that the KKK said these two entities that they were going to take over is they're going to become your doctors and your lawyers. This is where melanated people suffer so much. Melanated people, you don't understand. It doesn't matter what that man or woman know. When they don't see you as human in the medical field, and they don't see you as human in the judicial system, they're going to treat you how they perceive you. These are facts. So, just like I believe that certain practitioners that got certain issues should be in Palo, shouldn't be in Ifa, shouldn't be in Voodoo, you shouldn't be giving these people with bad mindsets and lack of morality these type of spiritual gifts or fetishes to operate when you know that they're not here for humanity. They're not trying to make everything better if they can for all human. They got selected people who they're going to help and who they're not going to help. So, hospital magic is understanding the energy of a hospital, right? And so, what people don't understand about conjure and the mysticism, The church, the hospital and the root worker and the hoodooists were in conflict. Because the hospital was designed to maintain sickness. Hospitals are a business. I'm going to say this again. Hospitals is a business. That is who comes in, renting those rooms, billing your insurance. They're not interested in you getting better. People that participate in the facility of a hospital, most of those people, if they really were for humanity, would tell on the stuff that they seek. Because people that work in the hospital or in the hospital, they see a lot. They know that those doctors are high on drugs. They know that those people are not sanitary. They know that those rooms are not being cleaned properly. Let me tell y'all something. The same concept is true when it comes down to spirituality and for you to get healed or delivered or cured. It's the same concept when it comes down to man-made sciences to get you healed and delivered, so to speak. What's up there, God elects? Now, just like spiritualists have different rooms that they work in, the hospital the same way. The same way that hospitals have room where they operate depending on what's going on, the same way they sterilize themselves and protect themselves in order to operate on you. It's the same thing that we do in spirituality, whether it's our spiritual baths, our cleansing, putting on different fetishes to reinforce our protection. It's the same concept. Just like we have, just like in the hospital, they got nurses and other people that help assist the doctor. The conjure man, the conjure woman has the same thing. Whether like Elijah with the lad, no, it's an emulation of the real thing. What's up, Jelly Sweet? Much love. Thank you for texting me, baby. So I want you to understand that when we are presented a multi-billion-dollar business, a multi-billion-dollar business, absolutely. As much money that goes into the hospital and medical, we don't have enough people healed, right? Think about this. I want y'all to be real. If you was paying that kind of money to a conjurer for your healing and you still die, you'll have a problem. But you don't have a problem with your doctor collecting that kind of money and you still dead. Minister Mario's bill was $2 million and he's not here. He had the best of surgery. Now, what I want y'all to understand is, because I got to break this down to you. Minister Mario has been up under doctor care in his early 20s. He worked at the hospital, he worked in the ministry, so he's always been up under doctor care. And when he worked for UPS, we have excellent insurance, so he had even got better doctor care. Those that in the medical field know what I'm about to say is true. You have no business as a black American man having hypertension, because hypertension leads to eye problems and it also leads to kidney problems. That is a progressive situation that can be tampered and handled very early on if that person is taught and brought to an awareness and they change their diet. Can be easily resolved, but they can't make money off that. Anytime you can sit up under a physician and your disease or your situation progresses worse, you have no problem with that. But if you set up on a Tata, a Mumbo, a Hugo, an Apostle, a Pastor, and your situation progressively got worse, you're going to feel like, well, they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, and so therefore I need to go somewhere else. Just like doctors got clicks, spiritualists got clicks. Okay? So, hospital magic is understanding the energy that's attached to the hospital. Why we incorporate hospital dirt in our conjure. We don't just go to the hospital for healing. We also go to the hospital for killing. The cemetery is not the only space that we go to bring somebody to their demise. Because whether you want to accept it or not, a lot of people in the medical field over medicate people, which leads them to their early grave. Mr. Mario had certain pain levels. They would not give him, even with insurance, they would not give him the type of medicine that he needed to be comfortable. It's all intentional. Because every time you got to come back to the hospital, they get more money. I'm a dentist assistant, and sterilization is a must. Exactly. Every form of helping society is a knockoff from actual conjure, from actual spiritual practices, right? So what the medical society decided is that America is a business, it's a corporation. So they decided to use sickness as if they couldn't get money out of the cotton industry anymore, they were going to weaponize your health. This is why certain laws are passed. That's why certain things are allowed to go into the ocean and certain things are allowed to go into the river. It is not by accident. It's not by ignorance. It is an intentional situation in order to keep people as sickly as possible and dependent on the pharmaceutical. Now, hospital magic is understanding the energy of each one of those floors. That's even down to what they call the intensive care. This is when you are in such critical condition that you need 24-hour attention. A lot of those people that sit in intensive care should not be in intensive care. And the reason why I say this is because in order to help people, you must be a humanitarian. You must understand that somebody is already in a stage where they could easily give up mentally and emotionally on their health. They have loved ones, people that are interacting with them and not knowing what tomorrow is going to hold, so to speak. There's too many people in Conjure that do not care about people. And let me explain what I mean by care about people. It is more than knowing your stuff that's important. It is the preventative knowledge that you give people so they stay out of those spaces and places. And therefore, if you stay out of those spaces and places, they can't make money. Am I telling you to quit the medical field? No, I'm not. I'm just telling you what you're participating in. And you're participating in that with full knowledge. Now, I had this, when me and my mom was living in one of my grandmother's property, across the road, they had this lady, we grew up with her, and even as a young kid, and their doctor had her on 14 different types of medicine that she was taking daily. Now, anybody that does math knows that the kidneys and none of her organs could get rid of you doing 14 pills a day, that her skin was literally slimy. The fact that people were coming in and allowing her to take that medicine, I don't care what the medicine was for. Those medicines were also mixing and mingling. The same thing we teach you guys about mixing traditions together. The same thing we're telling you about running from one root worker to a conjurer to a mystic to a voodoo, and you're mixing all these different type of spiritual medicines together. Somewhere there's going to be a breakdown. Somewhere that your spiritual system is going to overload. It is no different than your natural system. Because I want to break this down. Why I know that these people know better. Your body mass and your weight matters about what type of milligrams that your body can ingest. So to allow her, all the nurses that came there to check on her, because psychologically, the average person feel like if something was wrong, one of these nurses would tell me. Well, I'm here to tell you, melanated people, they're not going to tell you. You are part of a big business. And they have seats to fill. I'm just being real with you. I don't care how you make your money. You're like, it ain't no different than selling drugs or anything else. A lot of stuff that we make money off is at the behest of the weak and the weary. Okay? It is what it is. That's why your conscience is important. So what I'm doing tonight on Bible study, I'm breaking this down. When you go get graveyard, when you go and get dirt from a hospital, you can work good or evil with that. I'm using the concept of good and evil because y'all know y'all into that stuff. But what you got to understand about the pharmacy is the conjurer. That's where the potions are mixed. That's where the potions are made. This is when they tell you, the pharmacist or the pharmacist tell you what to do to get you right, so to speak. Ain't that the same thing? You go to the hoodooers and the voodooers and the conjurers to tell you what to do to fix your situation to get you right. What to use for this and what to use for that. They do the same thing because that's where they get it from. That's where it originated from. But what they want to do is run out the spiritualists that were utilizing nature to heal people, to resolve people's issues. And they want to make this a business. And the only way that they can make this a business, just like I'm a priest in my tradition, that pharmacist is a priest in that tradition. Just like that pharmacist got to go to school and learn the potions and the incantations. And they also got reference material. The same thing about us. In order to be a good spiritualist, not only do I need to know myself, but I also got to know and have connection of how to get other information or resources in order to do my conjure. That's what I had to go out and do today. That I felt a little better than I have been feeling. So, the hospital is the place of energy. The pharmacy, don't matter if it's CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, don't matter. That's the place of conjure. That's the place where they put together chemicals in order to treat your situation. When our bodies are not made of chemicals, our bodies are made of natural resources. And I went to the pharmacy. Where's my... Their conjure is different than the conjure of what I do. When you have gotten so far, you might have to have a way of amping things up to get you back right. The same thing when I tell you guys about doing stronger work, because sometimes you don't let things progress to a point where you got to do stronger and more aggressive work. It's the same concept. If you got aggressive cancer, they got to do aggressive treatment. It's the same mentality. But when you deal with the hospital, the reason why a lot of you guys, you take your loved ones to those hospitals and you leave them there. They're not being cleaned. They're not being flipped. Minister Mario ended up with bed sores. I had the doctor on him. When I got through doctoring on him and getting his skin back together, the nurse was so shocked that his skin, she's like, oh my God, it's like it's healed. They were so shocked because they intend for them bed sores to lead into other situations. Let me tell you something. You don't work in the nursing field and understand sterilization like you understand it, or working with any human body, and I like what she was saying in the dental department, without you understanding why things have to be sterilized, why things have to be clean. So if the hospital was serious, all of those rooms would be clean in a certain type of way with a certain type of solution. The same thing is true when a conjure is serious. They must have certain cleansers for different types of infections, spiritual infections. Just like I'm out here doing certain conjures to myself, even though I'm taking some of their medicine, but that doctor was not he was intending for me to come back there and do another doctor visit. Huh? But I'm going back there so he can see my dick. Because I know that's what he want to see. But I want him to see how healthy it is. And how I had to do a 3-day eviction on this virus. Because you coming out of here. Snap, snap. So, I want you to know when it comes down to conjure and mysticism, when you get initiated and you're being presented to certain things, or you in voodoo, they're taking you certain places, or they're telling you to go and get certain things from different places, you need to know what energy you picking up and bringing about. The Bible speaks of drug sorceries. Absolutely, they are talked about doctors and pharmacists. Hey, there ain't nothing new up on the sun, Demetrius. That's what my thing is. But black people don't educate themselves. Black people, because that's your doctor, you think your doctor got your best interests at heart. No, you need to have your best interests at heart. You think it's the responsibility of your nurse. You think it's the responsibility of your RN. Those people there to make a paycheck. And most of them people in the nursing field got bad attitudes. They have no business working with people. They have no business in healthcare. Just like some of these spirits that have no business. You are not people. You're not customer service. You don't know how to deal with people. You don't even know how to deal with people in your own house. You just trying to make $1. And so therefore when it's reciprocated to you, then it don't feel so good. Because when they don't have your best interest at heart, you don't know if they're telling you what's right or wrong. All right. So, I want to talk about burdock root. I'm going to say this again. I'm not a medical physician because we have to do this for legal reasons. I'm not a medical physician, and I'm also a person, I don't believe that a lot of people in the medical field should be doctors, just like I believe a lot of people shouldn't be police officers. For the same reason, I don't believe a lot of people should be in law enforcement and in the judicial system, because they're racist. And when you have to care for people, you have to be fair with people. When you already have a preconceived idea why you are there and who you're going to administer the what's right and to versus who you're going to just throw the book at, you root work, conjure, black arts ain't for you, and neither judicial system. Burdock root is a powerful blood purifier. This one right here that I have, this is an extract. This is 2,000 milligrams. Gay men, bi men, straight women, bi women, even if you like orgies, get you some burdock root. Now, burdock root, I do 2,000 milligrams. It's gonna clean your blood. Just like people that go to dialysis. A lot of this stuff, they just doing it the natural way so they can make money. Purifying your blood. Your body is an organism. I'm going to say this again. Your whole entire body. Remember, when you were born, you were nothing but liquid. You were nothing but liquid. You were semen and an egg. That's all you were. So don't tell me what your body is an organism. That's why anything can grow inside your body, because you come from the earth. Okay? So let's get that concept. And so blood, which is iron, which in the universe is, that's why we use Ogun or Zarabanda or Ogun Fare or whatever blacksmith spirit you work with. This cleanses your blood. This is if you go to an Asian store, you can actually get the root where you can chew on it. But this needs to be in your everyday diet. Not, and once again, black people, not when you're feeling bad. Not just when you're going through something. Cleanse your blood. Take care of yourself. It takes money to take care of yourself. But it takes more money when you down. One thing I've noticed that since I've been going through this, ain't too many people been checking up on me. Ain't nobody trying to really make sure I got eat, you know, stuff like that. Because I say a lot. And I'm not sick unto death, so to speak. Huh? And this is the awakening why I don't depend on people and I don't trust people. Because you can say you love me all day long, but the fact that you know what condition I'm in and you ain't called a check or sent me some water or anything that you thought would help my situation. So I'm going to teach you how to treat people like me. I'm going to teach you how to help. So you're going to use this burdock root. And this burdock root actually doesn't take bad. Now, I like the tincture. Some of y'all like to put stuff in your throat anyway. Not only cleanses the blood, but it protects your blood. This makes any type of bacteria, fungi, and see that it doesn't even have a bad taste. Fungi, it disperses from the body. That's why you heard me talk about eviction, banishing spells. So burdock root. And please, guys, don't act like, oh my God, I knew this and I knew that, and I'm thank you, God, and now all of a sudden now you are a herbalist and you's a root worker. I've been doing this stuff for years. Or you can order this one. I get my stuff, I told you I get my stuff from the vitamin store. This is burdock root in the capsule. But notice mine is 1,800 milligrams. I told y'all anything over 800 is going to work. Anything, but you also need to be on a continual regimen. A continual regimen. So that's why I use burdock root. Especially if you are having, if you're exchanging bodily fluid and you like it raw. Okay. Maybe you don't know that. You like it bareback. Okay, you understand? You like skin to skin. No condom. Flesh. You one of them type of people. Everything's about the blood. Everything's in the blood. Everything's in the blood. And so keeping your blood healthy and clean is a part of your responsibility and your maintenance. So since I've been getting rid of this virus, I also got And I used to feed this to Minister Mario. This is the brand that I use. This is Blood Builder. I take 2 tablets. I've been taking 2 tablets a day to keep my blood up, to keep my my blood count and stuff up. When I use that. And this right here, for all of my UPS drivers, this mother sucker here. This is my man. Turmeric. This one's 900 milligrams. This is they got this triple strength. This is turmeric is 900 milligrams. I normally take 2 of these capsules a day. Turmeric gonna flush your system. Turmeric, if you got inflammation in the mouth, you got inflammation in the nipples, in the ass. If you having anal sex, you gonna have inflammation. And the best thing to do, take this before and take this after. You understand? It'll be better. And some women like anal sex too. So it ain't just me. So I'm just telling you. But I take it because of my joints and my ankles and stuff up and down in and out the truck and up and down those condo steps and stuff like that. So this keeps me from having inflammation. Inflammation leads to mucus buildup, which mucus buildup allows other bacteria to get into that mucus and create the disease or the virus by which you will be contending with. This is why you need to also keep echinacea. Even though I put it. Oh, I moved it. Yeah, I did move it. Echinacea. I'm going to come right back to this again. Certain man, please do yourself a favor and get this right here. Melanated people, get this right here. Not just for your face, not just for your penis, not just for your vagina, not just for your anus. This silver kills bacteria. And this is even good for children because when your children have certain skin diseases, Chloe has eczema, and I started Mario giving her this, it cleared up. He was sending her doctor to a dermatologist and giving her this and that. I told him, use this right here. Any type of skin disease, silver. And it's good for the skin. It's soluble for the skin. Water-based is easily dissolved. I told you guys earlier about aloe. But I wanted to come on here tonight because I don't think y'all understand that I don't just do spells. I don't just do prayers. I have a system by which I maintain my health, my wealth, and my success, and my protection. And this is why I tell these bitch-ass people that be working on me, like, I'm not a sickly person. I'm not a person that mismanages my finances. I'm not a person that be in everybody's business. I'm not a person that go out to hurt, just go out with no reason, hurt people. So there's only so much karmic debt I have. And so because I don't live like that and I try to help more people, I got more good karma than I would have bad karma, if that you understand what I'm saying. And so therefore, an undeserved curse cannot rest. And so a lot of times when you trying to work on somebody, you don't understand when I say whom God has blessed can't no man curse, it is going to be very difficult for you to make me sick. And I'll take that back. The way you live your life and the trifling shit you do, it does make me sick. But I'm talking about spiritually make me sick through Conjure. Okay? It's disgusting what you do. How you pretend to be a light walker and walk in the light and of good, and you do all kind of dirty ass magic behind the scene. Let me explain something to y'all. Just because a doctor wear white don't make him or her clean, the same thing in these religions. It is a representation of purity. Don't mean that bitch pure. And when I say bitch, I'm talking about male or female. And when it comes to your health, I told you 2 things people are going to attack. It's going to be your health and your finance, if not both. And when you don't know how to properly take care of yourself, you are already making it easier for the clean-up woman. A lot of times, the thing that you can't talk the way I talk and you don't invest in your health. You can't talk the way that I talk and educate people when you don't live it either. And so therefore, I am a product of my own transformation. For whatever reason, they felt like I needed this experience at 51 years old. I don't know why I need to go through this, but they know best. But I'm also not being hit with the full impact of what I'm going through either, as you can see. But This is what I mean being partaker, because if I had been phony and if I had not been a real herbalist and taking my herbs and my vitamins, taking care of myself, something like this would have knocked me down and back. And remember, I'm the only one here, so nobody can afford my bills, nobody can afford taking care of me. So when you know you are the provider or the breadwinner of your household, you can't afford your health to go down. You can't afford yourself to be sick. Listen. Absolutely, they did not care. They tried to kill me and was mad I knew the proper protocol that was ready for me to go home. That's what Mario told himself. I got. Let me tell y'all something. I want us to stop complaining about how we treated and start taking initiative of educating ourselves when it comes to health. Educating ourselves when it comes to our own cells, our molecular structure, what things are necessary for our well-being and our health. I told one person, I said, I got an auntie that did every drug in the world, just about. She got high as she wanted to get. And I said, she's in better condition than some of these hoes out here that living their life reckless. Like your how you are built. This is why they call it breathing. When you breathe, not the way y'all like to be breathing out here in these streets right here, let everybody come in. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about bringing two individuals together. They were breeding animals. They breeded people like us in order to get that type of stock, that type of genetics, that a certain outcome was almost guaranteed. When certain people breed or create a child and they have certain things, like the Clark sisters, they got a certain breeding. You don't have to be born in the Clark. You can marry into that, and your child is going to get some of them chromosomes. And so they're going to be musically inclined, whether it is singing or whether it's working with some type of music. That's the breeding. Well, in my situation, Conjure is the breeding. They're going to be magically inclined. Okay? So, blood, building blood. And then my man, turmeric. Make sure you guys are getting that. And don't forget silver. This is easy access, but when you go to the hospital, pray to your egoons. If you feel like you got to go to the hospital, like Minister Mario used to go to when he used to go to the hospital, I used to take stuff out there. I used to anoint his room. I used to anoint outside. One time he told me, I came back in. He said, you were putting something down there. He said, I saw you clear. He was in the hospital room, but his third eye had all open, and he saw me downstairs putting stuff down in the parking lot to turn his health situation around. I have been able to get him out of hospital a lot of times very quickly because I knew the energy of the hospital. I also knew Conjure, just like the pharmaceutical people. They know they Conjure. And so therefore, I'm working against these energies that can be working against your health. Most of the situations that are going on in melanated people's life is because they're not taking responsibility for their health. It is your health. I wish above all that you prosper, be in health, even as your soul prospers. I wish above all that you be in health, even as your soul prospers. Your prosperity and your health go hand in hand. That's real talk. My baby scope is Apostle, that's why you are doing better than some people, because you take care of yourself. Yeah. This is very serious what I'm going through. And I don't want to make no light of it, but I'm very grateful of the healing in my body, how my egoons are healing me and getting me through this process. It's a very painful process, but it is forbearable because I know certain things that I can do to make this process easier on my body. When you understand your temple, you as a grown man or woman should know what makes it easier on your body. When I tell you guys about my bath cleansers, all of you guys that keep going in and out of the hospital, you need my healing incense. It's all about your atmosphere. Purify your atmosphere. You know who you having sex with. Huh? When that sick dick nigga come into your, and you let him lay pipe and lay in you raw, and he's not healthy, you bring that energy. You bring that energy. So smoke your house, fumigate. That's what I've been doing around here, fumigating. Hold on, baby Scorpio. Let me see what you said. Soon as my baby went to the MCU, the next text, Apostle, I don't want them doctors. Yeah, she texted me immediately. Like, Keisha stay up on her baby. But let me tell you something what Keisha did. My baby Scorpio. Before her baby was born, she was already doing incense burns. This is what I mean by proactive. I like what Karen O'Brien does for her daughter. I like what Natasha does for her daughter. Like, your kid, like, give them the ache. Give them the energy. Give them the frequency. Give them the vibration. Their energy picks it up. Not that it wards off everything, but they have some type of protection health-wise. You always do protection work when you go to the hospital, a clinic, any of that. Because people die in clinics just like they die in hospitals. Because it's all the representation of the same energy. Same frequency, same vibration. I'm going to tell you another place that you need to do protection work. If you have elderly in those convalescent homes, they're not taking care of them people. They might be taking their money, but they're not taking care of the elderly. You should not smell urine. Because this is the concept. That means if they're in the convalescent home, that means they're supposed to have 24-hour care, right? You should not smell urine. I don't care how old they are. That means they're not clean. When your urine is foul, that means your diet is off. That means they're not feeding them healthy. Like, there's certain things you should know right off the bat that your loved ones are not being taken care of, because there are certain things that should not be going on. Just like if your urine stinks, that means that you have digested something incorrectly or something ain't good for your body. They ain't no, just because they're older, it's no different. Y'all put y'all elderly in them convalescent homes and y'all lead them and go about your life. And lead them to the discretion of other people. What goes around? But convalescent homes, all of those homes, they represent the same thing as a hospital. The same, they might make them look nicer, dress them up, where they don't have, it's the same energy. The same people coming in with the same mentality. Sometimes you got the wrong person working over your grandmother, your grandfather, your child, and they got bad energy, and those children pick up that energy, and energy make them even sicker. My grandma had ants crawling out of her house. Okay. Ski said her grandma had ants crawling out of her house. Them people that just for a check. Demetri said, true, this is exactly what we need. Thank you for sharing this herbal and spiritual wisdom, especially about the hospital. Yeah. What's up, Ryan? Now, let me tell y'all something. What else I need to tell? Special melanin. If you're going to go to the hospital, if you don't have any of my oils, get you some almond oil, because almond is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules over the hospitals, medical. Get you some almond oil. Make a cross in your head, right here and there. Make a cross in your chest, and make a cross right behind the lower part of your back. That cross is going to represent diverting energy. You may not be as strong as me, but doing something is better than not doing anything at all. If you don't have any of my products, I would tell you, before you go to the hospital or you go to certain thing, I can do work with Zarabanda or Ogun and burn healing incense with you. But if you can't do that, the best, and the reason why you're doing the cross, because that's to divert any negative energy or any intranquil spirit that them people done killed in that hospital. Because them souls be walking up and down them corridors. And they be upset because they done died before time. And they can attach themselves to you, because you may have a similar energy that they have. So spirits are always, just like in the cemetery, spirits are roaming. In the hospital, same thing. Convalescent homes, same thing. There are people that were literally killed in them convalescent homes, and their spirit has never left that convalescent home, and they're haunting those. And just like the reason why a lot of doctor clinics and doctor offices get more sick people, because they don't properly cleanse that area. Because every time somebody sick comes into there and sit down, they bring in energy. Every human being has energy. They all bring energy. And if you're not spiritually fumigating or cleansing that place, it's going to build up over time. And all of a sudden, not only you going to get sick, the doctor going to get sick, the nurse going to get sick, because you're not dispersing that energy. Even if that's your profession, you have to cleanse yourself supernaturally. It is what it is. So what I've been doing is, and when I got to do my bedroom too, I've been fumigating my house with my healing incense. Mine, with my own design. But if you have not got the opportunity to get any of that, you need to. They killed a lot of people during COVID. Oh, absolutely. There's so many people left out here, ain't no business leaving out of here during COVID. Yeah, I can testify of that almond oil does make a difference. Ever since I bought, we started using it. Exactly. And almond oil is ruled by Mercury. Mercury moves really, really fast. So the quicker the manifestation, almond oil. A lot of church people be using olive oil, and olive oil is ruled by Saturn and the sun. So it's slower moving energy, a heavier energy. Especially if you use a virgin olive oil. I think I shared enough, but I hope that this helped. I hope that, and guys, and when I tell y'all, thank you for I'm tired because I've been doing a lot today, but I am so grateful for the level of support, the Cash App that came in, and allowing me to get my healing and actually went to go to the grocery store and get some of the stuff I needed. I want to say personally thank you so much for not just treating me like I'm somebody just to do your conjure, but treat me as a human being in your humanity, realizing that what I'm going through is very serious. I put myself in this situation because I did not care for drinking water, and I told you everything about feelings. And I want to say to each and every one of you guys that learn from me, even as a master of my craft, even my behavior changed. This really changed my perspective, not only for my health, but how absent a lot of people are when it comes down to looking out for me. Everybody feel like I'm Superman and I can do this and do that, and he got this and he got that. And there's times that I'm tired, that I need support and I need people to be there for me. And a lot of times people are so keen on me doing for them, they forget there's a time you have to reciprocate that energy. Chris said he back. Chris from Philadelphia. That's my sage. Something right. I bought healing instant and it's oil. I know that's right. And when you get this healing instant, because I don't redid the healing instant, so the healing instant that you're getting is actually way stronger than the one, and the other one's really good too. But this is going to be strong. Every time I redo my stuff, I strengthen it. So, because I want testimony. I want you guys to experience that. And like I said, just me being up, doing what I'm doing is a testimony and a testament of my lifestyle and my dedication to what I'm doing here and to educate melanated people all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are. These things can be found. These things can be utilized and be brought into your personal diet and regimen instead of just waiting for something to happen to you, to get yourself in a place where you can actually get the things that you need, so you can stop allowing these people to put spells on you to keep you sick. Because that's all they're doing. You are the reason why they can send Becky to college. You are the reason why they got 2 and 3 homes in different countries. You are the reason. Your health is wealth. You're just not benefiting from the wealth of your health. Other people, they drain your life force. And just like we go to the cemetery and give you sickness, we can also go to the hospital and give you sickness. Don't forget where you're going. Don't forget the energy by which you are participating in. And Mother Susan can tell you, when you get to a certain age, you got certain insurance, they call you. Everybody trying to make $1 off your insurance. It ain't about you. It ain't about you taking tests for you to feel better. Ain't none of that. It's about keeping that cash register ringing. And hey, this is a capitalist society. That's what we live in. But melanated people need to take responsibility for their health. Somebody just sent me some. A Walmart notification. Thank you, Ryan. I was talking about, show me some love. I like to be loved though. More ways than one. But I thank each and every one of you guys. I hope don't forget if I don't order it through Amazon, but I'm pretty sure you can get this from Amazon. So all of my mail. I told the women that Don Key is what you need. But women can take this too, but this really helps men. And this also ginseng is about longevity of life. And so if you get this in your system, it'll be it'll be harder for a woman to put a spell on your your phallus, your penis, your dick. In the voice of the white man, your cock. Not impossible, but harder because of what this herb does. You got to put roots. You got to root your own dick. That's what I do. You got to conjure and do incantations over your own penis. So it's protected. So when they're going out there trying to spit on it and lick on it and rub it all on it and beat their forehead while they enchanting inside of their mind, you're going to chant to Jesus come. It's not going to work. It's going to reverse. Now, instead of me loving your pussy, you're going to love my dick. That's a reversal on your ass. And I didn't even have to do the spell. You did it for me. All right. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. Hit that like button. Super chat. Several Asian markets. Yeah, Asian stores. And ask them for the burdock root. I like even the tincture that I got. It's not a bad. Well, everybody tastes buds different, but like it's not bitter. But I know I go to the vitamin store and get a lot of my stuff. But I know because I got an Asian store on my route, and they carry it. So a lot of Asian stores, Indian stores, and Spanish stores, they take care of their people. You'll find a lot of stuff that's good for your body and cleaning your body at those stores. I don't fool with nigger stores because they either in their stores they either got the peanut butter and no jelly or they got the ketchup and no mustard. I don't have time for that. So you get it together, I'll patronize you more. But when I got stuff to do, I got to do what I got to do. All right. Hit that like button on your way out. Make sure that you hit the like button and comment behind this video. God bless.